All right. Hey, everybody, and welcome back for another deep dive. Today, we're going to be tackling something that I know a lot of you are really concerned about, and that's homelessness in Los Angeles.
Okay.
We got a ton of messages about this topic from you all and some really thought-provoking sources, too. So thank you so much for that. You know, um,
Yeah.
one stat right out of the gate that really kind of stopped me over the tracks. 45,000 individuals
Wow.
experiencing homelessness in LA. 29,000 of those unsheltered.
Yeah.
It's a lot to unpack, so I brought in our expert here to help make sense of it all. What was your first reaction when you saw that number?
Honestly, even though I work with these issues every day, seeing those figures laid out like that, it's still pretty jarring.
Right.
What really struck me, though, was when I realized that 45,000 individuals, that represents roughly 1% of LA's population.
Wow.
And that really puts it into perspective.
Yeah, 1% when you think about it. I mean,
Yeah.
we always hear about the problem, but 1% really drives home the scale of it all. I mean, does LA stand out compared to other major cities? I mean, is this
Sadly, yes.
really that much worse?
Homelessness is a national issue. We all know that.
Yeah.
But LA's numbers are particularly high.
Yeah.
And especially when you compare us to other major cities like New York City, which
Yeah.
has really robust social safety nets and more affordable housing, the contrast is striking.
Yeah, so it's not just a California problem, I guess.
Right.
It seems like there are specific factors making it worse in LA.
Right.
You mentioned affordable housing, but what are some of the other systemic issues that are contributing to this?
Well, one major factor that we see time and time again is the lack of truly affordable housing.
Okay.
Even with all the recent efforts to increase affordable options, the pace of construction just hasn't kept up with the growing need.
Hmm.
Then you have the legacy of discriminatory housing policies like redlining, which we know continue to impact communities of color disproportionately.
That's a really good point. It's not just about the number of housing units, but it's also who has access to them.
Specifically.
And, you mentioned mental health and substance abuse in the sources. How big of a role do those play?
They're definitely significant factors, but it's really crucial to understand the connection.
Okay.
It's not as simple as saying, oh, well, mental illness leads to homelessness.
Right.
A lot of times it's actually the experience of being homeless itself
Okay.
that exacerbates existing mental health conditions or
Right.
pushes individuals towards substance abuse as a coping mechanism.
Wow.
So the lack of stable housing ends up creating this really difficult cycle to break.
It's almost like a domino effect.
Yeah.
One problem leads to another, leads to another. I mean, it feels overwhelming, honestly.
Right.
But the sources we got also talk about potential solutions. What stands out to you as some of the most promising approaches?
Well, the most effective strategies that we've seen are the ones that address both the immediate need for shelter,
Okay.
but also the long-term goal of preventing homelessness in the first place.
Right.
Housing First initiatives, which prioritize providing permanent housing without all those preconditions like sobriety or employment, they've shown great success in other cities.
It's interesting.
And, when you couple that with wraparound services like mental health counseling and job training,
Yeah.
it really offers a pathway out of homelessness.
It sounds like a multifaceted approach is
Right.
key here, not just some one-size-fits-all solution.
Exactly.
I mean, is there anything individuals can do to help, like people listening right now?
Absolutely. Supporting local organizations that provide direct services is a great place to start.
Okay.
Advocating for affordable housing policies,
Yeah.
and honestly, even just raising awareness about the issue.
Yeah.
All those things are really valuable contributions. Remember, change really does start at the community level.
That's a great point. Well, this has been really illuminating, and I bet you feel the same way. It's clear that homelessness in Los Angeles is a complex issue. So many interconnected causes, no easy answers. The scale of the problem affecting 1% of the city's population, that's really a stark reminder of the challenges we face. But as we've discussed, there are potential solutions. Housing first, community-based support systems. As you continue to learn about this issue, think about this. What would it take to shift our focus from just managing homelessness to really, truly preventing it? Until next time, keep asking those tough questions and keep diving deep.
Okay.
All right, see ya.